These past days have felt similar to the tension from 4 months ago, when every eye was glued to the progress of the Starship. It was an emotional marathon. With each setback, our hearts sank, only to be excited again by fresh hope with every new launch date announcement. Yet, shadowing these highs and lows was a growing impatience towards the Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA. Their hesitations and back and forths felt like unnecessary roadblocks, stopping SpaceX from acquiring that golden ticket, the launch license. Fast forward to now, and the landscape of space exploration is changing at breakneck speed, with SpaceX driving the charge. The current uncertainty around the Starship's launch license feels like a repeat of the suspense from that first launch in April. And while the FAA had been painstakingly slow with its approvals in the past, their recent rapid decisions raised many eyebrows. April 2023 was monumental. After what felt like an eternity, the Starship soared, but the celebration was cut short. The unfortunate explosion over the Gulf of Mexico plunged us back into uncertainty. However, a silver lining appeared. The FAA, despite the incident, showed an unexpected trust in SpaceX's potential. They laid out a roadmap of safety checks and measures, signaling that the journey wasn't over. Yet, as history often does, it repeats itself. Here we are, in the midst of the launch window, which stretches from the 8th to the 13th of September. And once again, the FAA drops a curveball, suggesting SpaceX has more hoops to jump through before they can ignite the Starship's engines. Just a month ago, SpaceX handed over their report on the first Starship launch. The FAA has been closely looking into every detail since then. This Friday, the outcomes of their review became clear. The FAA wrapped up its investigation into the April mishap, where the Starship unexpectedly exploded in the sky. Their decision? SpaceX's Starship Super Heavy isn't taking off anytime soon. Musk and his crew now have a long list to tackle. A whopping 63 corrective tasks need to be sorted out before the rocket gets another shot at the skies. It's a cruel déjà vu for space enthusiasts, as we find ourselves waiting once again for that elusive green light. After the mishap on April 20th, which damaged the launch pad and its surroundings, SpaceX has been on a mission. They've made more than 1,000 tweaks and improvements to their Starship and the entire launch process. Their main goal? To assure the FAA that such an incident won't happen again. One of the major changes is the switch from the older hydraulic systems to new electric thrust vector controls on Booster 9. This was done to improve the control and reliability of the engines. In simpler terms, if one engine has a problem, it won't cause a chain reaction that affects the others. They've also introduced a new hot staging technique. This means the upper stage engines will start up before the lower ones have even stopped. It's like passing a baton in a relay race without slowing down. This method makes the whole process smoother and can even increase how much cargo the rocket can carry. Remembering the slow 10-second liftoff from the last test, SpaceX has decided to speed things up this time. By increasing the engine power faster, they aim to avoid any damage to the launch pad. The damage from the April test was pretty severe. The powerful engines not only harmed the concrete of the launch pad, but also threw rocks and sand everywhere. But SpaceX has been quick to fix everything. They've repaired the pad and even added a new feature, a water-cooled steel plate system. This system shoots water upwards during a launch, acting like a protective shield against the heat and force of the engines. It helps to keep the launch pad cooler and reduces damage. And most recently, the team executed a stacking procedure, placing Ship 25 atop Booster 9 in the formation of the tallest full stack ever seen. It's important to note that this full stacking is one of the final steps, signaling that they're on the brink of the actual launch. Musk couldn't contain his excitement and shared glimpses of this remarkable achievement with the world through social media channels. What was fascinating to witness was that the actual stacking process, beginning at 12:30 p.m. and wrapping up at 2:30 p.m., was swift. But it was the intricate settling and coupling procedure that truly showcased the intricacies of this engineering marvel. The gigantic chopsticks, those massive tower arms at the launch tower, demonstrated their invaluable role, ensuring the perfect alignment of Ship 25 with Booster 9. Now what is next? Upcoming is a cryogenic proof test. This involves filling the structure with supercold liquid nitrogen to test its strength and to see how the orbital launch tower's new systems handle it. If this goes well, the next step is a wet dress rehearsal, where the actual rocket fuels are loaded. This is one of the final preparations before the big launch. The launch window for this second Starship, set between September 8th and September 13th, is building up excitement among space enthusiasts and industry watchers. Musk also announced on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, which he now owns, that the Starship is fully prepped for its grand launch and only awaits the FAA's nod. However, those who have followed SpaceX's journey know to take these timelines with a pinch of caution. Musk is known for setting ambitious dates. His optimism motivates many, and while it has pushed the company to achieve remarkable feats, it has also led to a series of changed launch dates. A notable example: in the run-up to the first Starship launch, Musk often talked about different launch dates. The constant changes left some people skeptical, especially when Musk mentioned a launch on April 20th. But surprisingly to some, SpaceX pulled it off, proving that they can often match Musk's ambitious goals. But it's important to recognize that these delays aren't usually due to over-promising. They highlight the difficult and unpredictable nature of space travel. It's not easy launching a massive rocket into space, and each change in schedule shows just how tricky it can be. Despite the promising tests and improvements, FAA's nod is still pending. They recently made it clear that they won't allow another Starship launch until SpaceX fixes the issues identified after the last accident. Considering the major damage and environmental concerns from the April test, it's understandable why the FAA is being cautious to ensure future launches are safe. SpaceX's transition from traditional U.S. launch sites to more private locations like Boca Chica presented unique challenges. While sites like Cape Canaveral already had infrastructure, Boca Chica required extensive and expensive groundwork, even igniting environmental concerns. Another concern? The flight termination system, critical for ensuring public safety. The FAA seeks to meticulously scrutinize any adjustments to this system. SpaceX's groundbreaking successes have shifted FAA's stance. Traditionally reliant on the Air Force's supervision at places like Cape Canaveral, the FAA now wishes to assert itself more, especially given SpaceX's rapid, sometimes aggressive approach. Historically, tensions arose when SpaceX executed a launch at Boca Chica against FAA's advice, leading to a 2-month grounding. Musk, in his characteristic style, criticized FAA's broken regulatory structure. Incidents like these, coupled with miscalculations in debris predictions, have strained their relationship. Yet the big question remains: how will FAA respond now? An early Starship approval could redefine regulations, potentially opening up space like never before. So, how far away do you think we are from the second Starship launch? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed watching this video and found it useful, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.